Before you scroll, pause. If you are a woman over 50 and you've been through a divorce, there's a quiet financial rule in Salem, the U.S. system that can protect you after a tragedy. And most people never hear about it until it's too late. If your ex-spouse dies, you may be eligible for Social Security survivor benefits on their record. Even if you've been divorced for years, even if they remarried, and even if you built a new life on your own. This is not gossip. This is not a maybe. This is written into Social Security eligibility rules and detailed in the dance. This is not gossip. SSA's own publications and policy manuals. And if no one ever told you this, it's not because you fitters didn't deserve to know. It's because no one was speaking directly to women like you. Here's the core idea. Survivor benefits are designed to replace income lost when a worker dies. For spouses and certain ex-spouses, the SSA allows a survivor to collect a monthly benefit based on the deceased worker's record. SSA's eligibility page explicitly includes ex-spouses married at least 10 years as potentially eligible. That 10-year rule is not a rumor. It is also reflected in the SSA's program. Operations Manual System TED, the internal policy guidance used to administer claims. Now let's make it practical, because you don't need theory, you need clarity. If you want survivor benefits trail, as a surviving divorced spouse, the big checkpoints are these. 1, your marriage to your ex lasted at least 10 years. You are generally age 60 or older, nower, and innerlia. You are currently unmarried unless you remarried after age 60 or after age 50 if disabled. The SSA clearly states the remarriage rule. If you remarry before the key age, it can block eligibility. If you remarry after, it typically does not. Let me give you a real-world style example. Imagine Linda, 62. She was married for 18 years, divorced at 52, and never remarried. Her ex-husband worked steadily, earned more than she did, and later passed away. Linda may be eligible to claim survivor benefits on his record starting at age 60, and depends on when she claims. She does not get her own retirement benefit and a full survivor benefit trail stacked together. Instead, SSA generally pays the higher of the two, your own benefit or the survivor benefit team, though there are strategies for switching in some cases. The key point is this: if her survivor benefit is larger than her own, that difference could be the line between barely getting by and the financial breathing room. The SSA's guidance on survivor benefit choice amounts shows that the percentage you receive increases the longer you wait, up to the survivor full retirement age. So how much could it be? SSA's What You Could Get page is unusually direct. Payments can start at about 71.5% of the deceased spouse's benefit if you claim at 60 and rise as you approach the survivor full retirement age, where you can receive up to 100% of the worker's benefit amount, depending on circumstances. This is why timing matters. Claiming earlier can mean a permanently reduced survivor amount. Waiting can increase it. This is a mathematical rule, not a personal opinion. The SSA also explains that survivor full retirement age is between 66 and 67, and it is not always the same as retirement FRA for your own benefit. Now, here's where women over 50 get hit hardest. Many women in long marriages earned less, stepped out of the workforce for caregiving, or worked part-time while supporting the household. That often means their own Social Security. Apply the following edit. Retirement benefit is smaller. Survivor benefits can become the larger check, and therefore the financial anchor. Apply the following edit, especially after divorce when there's no longer shared household income. You may have spent years it. Apply the following edit, rebuilding after the divorce, and the last thing you want is a surprise that forces you into panic decisions. This is exactly why the SSA repeatedly emphasizes eligibility rules for surviving divorced spouses and points out that your ex's remarriage does not automatically remove your eligibility. Another example, Teresa, 59, is engaged and plans to remarry. She was married to her ex for 22 years. Her ex is ill. Teresa is about to lock in a new marriage at 59 and a half, thinking it's just a personal milestone. But under SSA rules, remarriage timing can matter. If she remarries before 60, she can lose eligibility for surviving divorced spouse benefits on her ex's record, unless that later marriage ends. If she waits until after 60, she generally preserves that survivor eligibility. Understanding how remarriage impacts your Social Security is critical. Let's look at the key timing factors. This is not about romance. This is about not accidentally signing away a benefit that could be worth tens or even hundreds of thousands over a lifetime. Let's talk about the invisible mistake people make, assuming that if the ex-spouse dies, only the current spouse can claim. Not true. Multiple people can potentially qualify on the same worker's record, such as a current spouse and an ex-spouse, without reducing each other's amount in the way people fear. The SSA's public guidance explicitly states ex-spouses may be eligible if the 10-year threshold is met. For additional consumer clarity, AARP also explains that a surviving spouse can get up to 100% at survivor, FRA, and between 71.5% and 99% if claimed between 60 and FRA, reinforcing the SSA figures. Now, let's get disciplined and academic in the sense that we're following the primary sources. The SSA Survivors Benefits publication explains the benefit ranges and that the percentage depends on the survivor's breakdown. The SSA Survivor Eligibility page sets out the age and remarriage conditions regarding the worker. The SSA blog post aimed at the public explicitly notes that you may be able to get benefits. Let me show you how to apply this edit. As a surviving divorced spouse, if you were married at least 10 years, even if the spouse remarried, and that you must be single unless you remarried after age 60, and the POMS entry documents the 10-year marriage. You don't trust rumors, you follow the source hierarchy. SSA pages, SSA publications, SSA policy manuals. So what should you do if this is you? First, understand the decision you're actually making. You're not choosing. You are choosing whether to protect a benefit stream. The choice is yours to make. That may be the strongest, safest income you have in retirement, besides your own work record. Second, document readiness matters. Survivor benefit claims often require proof: marriage certificate, divorce decree, death certificate, downs, and identifying information for the deceased, including Social Security number if available. Planning this in advance doesn't invite tragedy. It prevents chaos when tragedy happens. Third, know that timing is not just about age, it's also about strategy. Some people may claim survivor benefits earlier and switch to their own later if their own benefit grows larger, or do the reverse depending on personal circumstances. The SSA makes clear that survivor amounts increase the longer you wait to claim, up to survivor, full retirement age. The math can be life-changing, so don't make the mistake of treating this like a casual checkbox. Treat it like a retirement asset. Many women only own a issue. Learn this rule when it is already too late to fix, and that regret is avoidable. And here is the part I want every woman over 50 to hear, plainly. If your marriage lasted close to 10 years, the date matters. If you are considering remarriage at 59, the month matters. If you're tempted to claim at 60 because you're scared, the long-term cost matters. These rules are simple on paper and brutal in real life when you learn them too late. Social Security survivor benefits are not charity. Apply the following edit. They are part of a system you and your household paid into directly or indirectly during the marriage. Your job now is to make sure you don't leave money on the table because nobody taught you the rules. If this topic made your stomach drop, good. That means you're paying attention. Because the women Crayu who win financially after 50 are not the ones with perfect lives. They're the ones who learn the rules before life forces the test. If you were married at least 10 years, are 60 plus, please apply. We're looking for experienced voices like yours. Or 50 plus if disabled, and your remarriage timing doesn't block you, you may qualify for survivor benefits on your ex-spouse's record, up to 100% at survivor full retirement age, or reduced amounts if claimed earlier. This channel exists so that knowledge reaches you before regret does. If this topic applies to you, save this video and consider subscribing so you learn these rules before deadlines make the decisions for you. And if you're comfortable, share your experiences, questions, or thoughts in the comments. You're not the only one navigating this, and your story may help someone else feel less alone.